Please remember to like the video and also consider subscribing. Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang has lamented that Jamaica is seeing increasing levels of brutality. This as he cited recent incidents of extreme violence among citizens. Speaking during a site visit for the St. James Child and Adolescent Guidance and Therapeutic Center, Dr. Chang said persons in the society have been displaying bizarre behaviors.
We have seen evolving a kind of bizarre and almost psychopathic behavior by elements of society. You know, we have students not arguing with juniors in school, they beat them up brutally. We have family members killing family members. We have horrors in which psychopaths are providing their guns for hire. And when they go to kill, they kill whoever they see walking. That kind of behavior is highly abnormal, it's bizarre, and in my view, still un-Jamaican. We are not like that. But we see them school friends turning on each other without cause. Well, the cause when you look at it is embarrassing. But the nature of the behavior is evolving because we have failed to address them at the early stage.
Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang. Gender Minister Olivia Grange has expressed sympathies to colleague Member of Parliament Phillip Paulwell, whose daughter, along with the child's mother, are victims of violence. This in the wake of reports yesterday that the police charged 4 persons, including another woman with whom Paulwell shares a child, with murder. Police reported that Leoda Bradshaw conspired with 3 men, namely Roland Balfour, Richard Brown, and Rasheen Miller, to kidnap and kill Toshyna Patterson and her 10-month-old daughter Sarayah Paulwell, then burn and dispose of the bodies. More in the report from Danique Weston.
In a lengthy statement, Ms. Grange decried the state of the country as it relates to the treatment of women and children. She took special note of horrific violence resulting in the deaths of women and children, especially during the last few weeks. The minister pointed out that they were mothers, daughters, aunts, sisters, each loved by someone who now carries a void that can never be filled. Ms. Grange said to condemn the violence and to say that prayers are with the families does not express the pain and anger that she or anyone feels upon hearing the chilling details of the violence. The minister noted that despite various legislative policy and programmatic measures, violence is still a challenging reality for too many women and children. She said even with the establishment of shelters, intervention centers, and helplines, these measures will not get the desired outcome unless all citizens play a part. The minister noted that the risk of violence in Jamaica is high because it has become a socially accepted norm. But this can be countered by normalizing the use of non-violent means of resolving conflicts. While referring to the celebration of Heritage Week, Ms. Grange cited the sacrifices made by the ancestors, adding that they would not be proud of what society has become. She urged citizens to support the families of persons who have been killed and to provide any information they have to the police so that the perpetrators can be brought to justice. And to the woman or man who feels trapped in a violent relationship that may cost a life, the minister urged them to seek help.
Amidst the flare-up of violence in East Kingston, Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson has assured residents that the police will do everything possible to make the communities safe and secure again. The Commissioner spent the night in the division touring communities such as Dunkirk, Rockfort, Pleasant Heights, and Harbour View. He noted that the tour of the crime band would allow him to get a first-hand view of the situation as well as to engage citizens.
We started over in the McIntyre Villa area, or Dunkirk as it's called. There have been some shootings recently, and so there's a little bit of tension in the area. We've deployed some additional assets there, and it's just an opportunity for me to get a first-hand view of what is happening here in the night, and also to interact with some of the citizens in the community, but also my own members who are deployed. We had to deploy extra assets in the space, and we just want to reassure the citizens of the area that we are here, we're present, we're with them, and we'll stay with them as long as it takes. You know, these things flare up from time to time, but we are going to intervene, and those persons responsible, of course, will be brought to justice.
The commissioner said officers will maintain their presence in the space as they work to reach breakthroughs in the probes into the various incidents.
It's consistent with some major case breakthroughs that we've had in recent times, but it's always what is going on the ground. And the idea is to make sure that we are present and dealing with matters. We also moved across to the Mountain View area, where we visited both Jarrett Lane, Jakes Avenue. That area is reasonably calm at the moment. There are some underlying issues, but we are aware of them and doing what is necessary to prevent them from getting worse or exploding into something else.
He urged citizens to tell the police what they know.
I believe the engagement is useful. People appreciate that we are here, and our teams will not leave as long as there is a problem. We, of course, encourage any citizen who has information that may assist us to pass it on to us. It doesn't have to be, you don't even have to say who you are. Just give us the information and we'll take it from there.
Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson. The Jamaica Defence Force, JDF, will be offering support to the grieving relatives and friends of a soldier who was killed in a 3-vehicle accident in St. Anne yesterday. Dead is 24-year-old Siobhan Allen of Standfast in Brownstown. 2 other persons remain hospitalized. In a statement, the JDF expressed sadness at the passing of Private Allen. It offered sincere condolences to the family, friends, and the loved ones of the private, adding that it will continue to support them during this time of bereavement. Reports are at about 9:35 p.m. Allen was driving his Toyota Fielder motor car along the Richmond Main Road, heading towards Prairie, when his car, as well as a white Toyota Axia, headed in the same direction, collided with a motor truck being driven in the opposite direction. All 3 drivers sustained injuries and were taken to hospital, where Allen was pronounced dead and the other 2 admitted in stable condition. The Education Ministry is aware of the challenges being faced in schools across the island and is committed to working with administrators to tackle them. This commitment came from Education Minister Phillip Williams. She was speaking to principals and vice principals at their annual conference in St. James yesterday. And to end this newscast, here's a recap of the main points. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang laments increase in level of brutality, and Gender Minister Olivia Grange sympathizes with colleague MP Phillip Paulwell, whose daughter, along with the child's mother, are victims of violence.